going on YouTube? It's your boy, the New World Hoarder, and it's been a little while. I've been busy with a bunch of stuff, like I'm sure most of us have, even through all these crazy times. Trying to balance my freelance artwork with going around and sourcing stuff, which is, you know, a little more difficult, more challenging now for reselling, but we're doing it. Janet and I are out there in the field, mostly actually meeting up with people who are getting a hold of us that have some things they want to get rid of, whether they're downsizing, just want a few extra bucks because, you know, trying to make ends meet. So that's where we can help out with that, and we get to make a few bucks to help our ends meet too by selling this stuff. So I've been having a lot of luck lately with VHS tapes. You heard right, VHS tapes. I have so many of these things. I have a lot of pre-recorded ones, you know, stuff I record off of television since the late 80s. I've been taping stuff, TV programs, shows I like, things like that, movies and crap like that. But then I also buy a lot of, you know, actual movies on VHS, mostly horror movies and sci-fi and some animation type stuff. And I've been sitting on these things. I knew I had boxes of these things in the basement, garage, wherever. Gosh, no, there's even some probably still hiding around the house somewhere. I definitely haven't gone through all of my stash. And I just started listing a bunch the other day, and I've sold probably close to $300 or not over $300 worth of VHS tapes, and not 10 or 20 of them. I mean, I don't even think I may have sold 10 tapes so far, and I made about 300 bucks. Some of these titles are insane. I didn't even know I had some of these titles, to be honest with you, until I looked them up. And I started going through these boxes, which I will do a video of me opening up a box I haven't looked through for a while, and going through them with you, and you can see the process, and I'll look them up and I'll find the value, you know, the going for value, and see what they list as. I guess some interesting stories too to talk about, you know, some of this tape stuff that just happened. But anyway, this video I am going to talk about a recent score that it was a private pick that I went to, or Janet and I went to, and an old friend of mine, her and her husband were selling some stuff, and she contacted me on Facebook saying that she had some Star Wars things she wanted to get rid of, and she, you know, she's like close to my age, let's say, and I'm 51 actually, I can't lie. And so if she had Star Wars stuff, it was probably from the late 70s, early 80s, the original Star Wars, and it was. So of course I was interested. She sent me some photographs, you know, some pics on, you know, through Facebook Messenger, and so I was ecstatic. I was like, yeah, I definitely want to buy that, and whatever else you got to sell. And her husband's a photographer here in Cleveland, a pretty famous one, and he had a lot of posters, music posters, rock and roll stuff that I wasn't even thinking about buying until I got there, and they showed me a bunch of stuff, and, you know, I wound up, let's put it this way, I won't say how much I spent, because, you know, if this doesn't work out, there will definitely be a follow-up video where I'll lay it all out there and say, you know how the whole thing went, whether it was worth the gamble that I took. But, you know, to me, I think, you know, I don't know, I feel kind of, what do they call it, ambivalent about it. I just don't feel, because if I got a bill for this, what I spent, I'd be really irate, especially if it was something that I didn't think you know, it was overcharged or something like that, or if I looked for something to buy for myself, I would think, I'm not spending that much money on that, but yet I did. But that, of course, is in hopes to at least double what I made. Hey babe, what are you doing?
Nothing, I didn't know you were doing a video, sorry.
No, I'm just here talking to myself like I always do in the kitchen. What's going on?
No, nothing, I'll tell you later.
Come on, tell me.
No, I don't want to be on video.
You don't have to be on video, just tell me right now.
No, I'm editing some stuff and nothing. It's
okay.
Inside joke stuff.
Okay, well, there's the voice of Janet. Alright, so anyway, so what I'll do is I'll go through most of the stuff that I have. I mean, I think I bought over 200 posters, no kidding. And some of them are multiple, so I've got posters, I've got some Star Wars toys, and a really, really nice item. This was the clincher. I mean, if she wasn't going to let this go, I might not have bought anything. I would have just probably bought the Star Wars stuff, and that's all I've been interested in. But some pretty cool stuff. I'm really happy with what I got. Now, again, without disclosing what I spent, you know, I don't know. I guess in my mind I thought, of course, I mean, why wouldn't you want to at least double what you spent? You don't want to just break even. What fun is that? But just hang in there with me, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I show you this stuff. So let's just go look at what I got. All right, here we go. So this is our kitchen table. The kitchen is in disarray, and it matches the rest of the house actually. But on the table here, you can see sort of the haul I got here. This is the last thing I'll show. I bought some comic books, some Star Wars things. Here's one Star Wars case. It's got a lot of figures in it. Here's another collector's Darth Vader case. It's got some figures in that. And there's a box full of Star Wars stuff here. Darth Vader TIE Fighter, a Tauntaun. There's a land speeder right there. Okay, a lot of instructions for stuff, and yes, parts. And those are the crumbles, the junk from the trash compactor, because I have the Death Star playset. Well, most of it anyway, in this box here. And here's a bunch of posters, as you can see. Hope I don't trip over anything and hurt myself. But if I do, hey, it'll make for a better video, right? Maybe. All right, and I also got a handful of those old records with the booklet, Disney stuff. Rainbow Bright, that could be that could be pretty good. I sold a Rainbow Bright movie I found in the trash behind our old store in Lakewood for close to $100, and it was just someone threw it out. It was a rare sort of Rainbow Bright animated movie, pretty crazy. And I think this is missing the book, but I just wanted it to have it in Lone Ranger. And this is the one I like a lot, Casper. This might be, I don't know, 70s, 80s, I don't know. Anyway, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. All right, we'll start with these comic books. Now, as you know out there, you may already know that comic books have everything to do with condition. Well, these are very, very well-worn comics, unfortunately, but there might be some interesting stuff in here. I didn't get to see all of them. I mean, she sent me photographs. She laid everything out, but in the messages that she sent me, sorry, on Facebook, but I didn't really like there was other stuff that I was more interested in, but I wanted this stuff to sort of pad my investment. So I don't even know what this is. Paul Parrott shoe. Oh, it's an old shoe company. 10-cent comic. See, that's something different, interesting. I mean, that could sell. As opposed to some of this other stuff that I got. Old Mad Magazine. Sorry about the glare there. Star Wars comic, which, really isn't much. Casper. Sad Sack. Funny Friends featuring the General. So there's Sad Sack comic. Mickey Mouse, Woody Woodpecker. You could see these have been all drawn. You could see someone traced over some stuff, and there's stains all over them. Little Max, haven't heard of that character. There's a Daredevil comic, 153. Fighting Dr. or Mr. Hyde, I think. Yeah. Cobra and Mr. Hyde. Oh, excuse me. Blondie. There's no 10-cent marbles in here, that's for sure. Wish there was. But I think these were her uncles, I believe. So, again, they're very, very well worn, well read. Roy Rogers and Trigger. Knocking that dude on his butt. There's Gene Autry, the singing cowboy. The Prisoner of Zelda. Or I'm just kidding. Zenda. Zenda. Blah, blah, blah. Marvel Tells. Barney and Betty Charlton. If some of these were in better condition, they would be a decent amount of money. Like this one could be, I don't know, a few bucks for sure. But yeah, they're all just really beat up. Here's a 10-center Marvel. Well, Atlas Comics before they were Marvel. Millie the Model. Dodo and Frog. But anyway, you can kind of see what's going on here. It's a lot of cartoony comics, nothing really. And World's Finest, don't shut up. World's Finest 10-center, but again, just really beat up. Holes and the missing pieces. Gosh. The funny thing is, if that was like Action Comics #1 or something, it wouldn't even matter the condition. It'd still be a $100,000 comic. Crazy. So anyway, without going through too much, Abbott and Costello, that's another 10-center. That could be something decent. I mean, it's not in the greatest shape, but here's a 10-cent Superboy. All right, going through the stack here. There's a part of something. Here's a Buster Brown comic. I wonder if Froggy's in this. The Gremlin. I don't know, but that's pretty cool. Is there Froggy in the back? There he is. There's Froggy the Gremlin. It's a Christmas issue. There's Froggy getting spanked by Santa Claus. Hopefully they don't kick me off of YouTube for that. Yeah, so it's got Froggy in here, the gremlin. And then you all know Froggy was a big part of the Ghoul show in Cleveland here. He adopted that character. And the rest is horror host history. Three Stooges, 3 Dimensions comics. And there's a lot more like coverless comics in here. Obviously that means they don't have a cover. And I think these are all the coverless and such. And then there are some more of these Super Jet Space Trip, more shoes. Shoe store promo comics, but there's a bunch more in here. Again, these aren't going to be anything. I'm going to have to probably, I know someone I can give them to. He might want to read them. We'll see. But hey, like I said, for what I spent, I just knew that I'm going to have to sell everything I can from this lot to make things work out. All right, let's get to the Star Wars stuff. I think that's the stuff a lot of people really want to see. All right, so first thing out of the book, what is this, another record? Pinocchio. I think that fell out. All right, again, here's some the foam junk pieces that fell out of the Death Star playset. I think all that they used to have color to them, probably coated with the paint, but that's all, crusted away. Here's a land speeder from '77, I believe. 78, right? Yeah, 1978. Some of these toys came out like a year after the movie. Or maybe it was just a second issue. Let's see. This pops up still. Yeah. Pops open. Anyway, so there's the land speeder. Here's a Tauntaun from Empire Strikes Back. Everyone's favorite Star Wars movie, pretty much. He looks like he's in pretty good shape. Not chewed up. Yeah, she kept her toys in really nice condition. You'll see the action figures when we get to that. They're barely played with. Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Now, it's missing. I have the decals for the side. They just fell off. I mean, looks like the glue, the adhesive, kind of wore away. And I have to test it to see if it works. I think it's battery operated. If I'm not mistaken, it makes TIE Fighters, laser sounds. Been a while. I don't think I had this as a kid, but I wish I did. I had a model kit, but nowhere near as cool as this. There's the actual TIE Fighter. And I got pieces and parts of some of this stuff. I don't have the complete. I really don't. I looked for this when I first got it. I don't have the rope, unless it turns up somewhere else. But I don't think the rope. That's one of the most hardest to find pieces because it gets lost very quickly. But anyway, I have just about all these pieces for the station. No box though. I do have pieces and parts of this droid workshop. There's Darth Vader's TIE Fighter instructions, how to load the batteries. Hopefully the compartment isn't crusted with battery acid. And here's the FX7 medical droid. And this is the only package that she had, and it was funny because she used it as a checklist, obviously. Got that row, need this one, got that one, blah, blah, blah. Here's some of the decals that fell off of the TIE Fighter. There's the Droid Maker Blueprint Guide. And some of this stuff I might piece out as well. Here's the Creature Cantina action playset. Some of that is in here too. And you can see that in the box here. There's pieces, some cards. There were some weird Star Wars cards. I'm going to show them to you real quick that I didn't know what they were. Here's some pieces, parts to, I guess, the Droid Factory and the Cantina playset right there. Some parts to the Death Star PlayStation. And yeah, but they're all authentic pieces and parts. This stuff sometimes is all hard to find, so people will take what they can get and they can refurbish it as they get it. Here's that Star Wars movie viewer. It's got the one cartridge in it. I remember these. These are pretty neat. But yeah, this came with everything, and there's part of the Cantina. Now, I was saying about the Star Wars cards. I'm familiar with, because I had them too as a kid, the Star Wars, trading cards. But there's two in here that I don't recognize at all. I can't tell where they're from or what they are. I'm going to have to put these up on, a site, a fan site, see if anyone can tell me where these are from. They're definitely not these cards that everybody had. And then in the back are very generic, kind of very plain. just says what they are, and they're numbered 12, 14, and it just kind of gives a definition of whatever the subject is on the front. And it's got the 77 Lucas. You know, I wonder if these were from Wonder Bread or something. I think that cards did come in some Wonder Bread packages. This could be, but I'm surprised they don't have the Wonder Bread, you know, copyright information or just sort of info on the back. So a little research to do there, but that was cool. But I'm going to bet that was probably a promotion for probably Wonder Bread. I don't know why that popped into my head. Maybe I had some as a kid. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. Oh, this lighting. Sorry about that. All right, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Trust me, this isn't even the best moment. There's a better moment coming up. But here we go. We're going to open up these Star Wars figure cases I have. This one doesn't have as many. Let me open up the Darth Vader one first. Kind of go through that one. That's over here. Ugh, bear with me, y'all. All right, here we go. Here's a Darth Vader case in pretty decent shape. These don't really go for a ton, but, you know, it's got all the snaps and all the cool pieces work in it, and it even has the inserts still. Well, these guys fell out. It must have been having a little party in here. But in here is Landau Calrissian, the Death Star dude, commander guy, FX7, FX7, the medical droid. He's really not worth much. Here's a Yoda with the belt and the snake. Nice, very, very nice. And like I said, it has the insert that shows you what to collect. It even has some of the stickers that tell you, you know, the label stickers for each figure. I wish that was empty, actually, but it's not. But that could be something too by itself to piece out. Now, here is a really cool little compartment that's in this set. And if you open it up, boom, all the little weapons in here. There's a couple things I wasn't sure what they were. Like, I don't know what this little pouch is. It might not even be related, but I'll find out. There's a couple boards on Facebook, a couple of toy boards that I can post stuff on, and people will identify what things are. Action figure ID. Here's a little map I found. This is definitely not Star Wars related. I don't think so, anyway. I don't think so. And don't mind my cat in the background. He's just sort of real needy. I'll get to him after this video. He'll be fine. But there's all, I don't want to mess the weapons in there, but there's all the characters' weapons in this little compartment, and that's really good to have because, like I said, she really took care of her stuff very well. I don't have one thing from Star Wars, I don't think, from when I was a kid. That's how much I played with it, and ultimately just lost it. I remember losing figures that, you know, take them to the beach and play with them in the water, and they get lost in the water and crap. Anyway, put these guys back right quick. Then move on to the next box. All the stuff. Okay, here we go. With the second box, let's see what we got. And ready? And here we go. Boom. And then what's inside the trays? Oh boy. We've got everyone. Chewbacca, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, C-3PO. We have Darth Vader without his cape. Oh no. R2-D2. Obi-Wan Kenobi without his cape. Death Star guy. Death Squad Commander. Sorry. Stormtrooper. Sandpeep person. And a Jawa. That's nice. With his robe and everything. Then there's a Boba Fett in here. Now, I don't know. I've been trying to do some research on Boba Fett's. This isn't the one that shoots, unfortunately. Dang it. He's one of them, I guess the original one, you know, the one that was released in '78. But there he is, looking good. Greedo, Hammerhead, and the little, what's his name, Snaggletooth. Walrus Man, IG-88. R5-D4, Medical Droid, Death Star Droid. This is Luke as the, you know, the X-Wing fighter pilot. There's Bosk, the bounty hunter. And the Power Droid. He looks pretty good. Like I said, they're in really good condition. The stickers are all there, you know, they're the decals. They're not all too beat up. A little paint wear there, but hey, they're not all played with really too bad. But they had fun, you know. It's all a nice time. Anything hiding in there? No. Rats. I put this tray back, but yeah, but those are the figures. So that's what I got from the Star Wars lot. Now, I don't know. I know some of these figures, like this these Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader ones with the lightsabers. I can't tell if there was that little piece hanging off of there. I'm not really sure how, because I could see how a kid would snip that off. I'm sure most kids did. And if that made it more valuable, then I guess I don't have it on him or Vader. But I have to do some more research, so I don't sell, you know, a figure for $10 that could be worth, I don't know, $50, $100, $1,000. I don't know, because some of these things are really weird. So I'm gonna have to figure out where I can go to run this stuff by people that will know. I got some friends that collect this stuff too, so maybe I'll hit them up to see what they know. Okay, that was the Star Wars stuff. Now let's move on to, I don't know, some posters maybe? Posters. Posters, posters, posters. Rock and roll posters, things of that like. I bought a lot of them from this fella. And man, I don't know the first thing about them. I'm going to have to look them all up. Now what I do know about these is that they're not posters that you would buy at Spencer's Gifts or Kmart or anything that was in the poster section. These are all from stores, you know, promotional posters. I did look one up and I couldn't believe it. I only wish it was in like mint condition because it would be worth a lot. So, and some are double-sided. This is King's X. I'll just show a few of these. I won't bore you too much with the poster stuff. But I don't know. There's a lot I'm going to learn here too, I guess, with posters. In more than one way maybe too. Like never buy them again. I don't know. Oh boy, Hank Williams Jr. Now, you know, that might not be too bad. A lot of country western stars out there. He's classic. Hank Williams Jr. Okay. Again, these are all promotional record and music posters. Here's a cool one. I think I might have had this back in the day. This is a Prince poster when he changed his name to the symbol there. All right. And he got his typhoon hairdo. He called it a typhoon because it was, I guess, it went up like, whoo. But rest in peace, Prince. But that's a cool. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I had that poster back in the day. I airbrushed that on the back of a denim jacket and then sold it on eBay years later for nothing. Hope they enjoyed it. Oh, Randy Travis, care about that. There's a couple cool ones, and then we'll get to the coolest thing I got at this whole thing that made the sale worth it for me. I hope. We'll see. Here's a Pearl Jam Alive poster. This is from February of '92, and it's like all their a lot of European dates there. This poster, if it was minty, because you can see it's got all this damage from being hung up. Not all were hung up and stuff and used like that, but this one could go for $100 if it was like, you know, not messed up. As is, I might get $20 for it. But since I bought so much stuff, I hope all this stuff adds up. And like I said, we can go through this later. Once I make the number I hope I get, and then I can go, whew, well. But either way, actually, I'll let you know. I'll let you all know. I'll update you all on what I did. Here's a Rush Vapor Trails poster. I don't know. Not that into Rush, but I know a lot of people are, so I got about 3 of those. And let's see. I'll show you a Rush poster that, this is what, I don't know what this is. There's some metally ones. But there is one in here that I wish was in way better condition. Although in the condition it is, someone will get a discount, they'll have the poster, it's just not going to be in the greatest condition. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, this poster is the one I was talking about when I looked it up, because I only looked up a few of these just to kind of get an idea, see what I did right or wrong. But this one is Rush Exit Stage Left poster, promotional poster for, you know, a record store. Couldn't buy us in the store. There's one going. There's only one on eBay that I saw that's for sale now, and mine has, like, you know, a bit of a crease in the center there. You can actually see the crease. It's not like just a bend. It's got some, you know, looks like it's got some issues here and stuff in the corner. But this poster here, on the exact same poster, I guess it's in better condition. Don't really know, but it's going for $499.99 right now on eBay. So, hell, I mean, even in this condition, $100 would be an awesome price for me to get for this. So, we'll see. We'll see. Now, let's get to the best thing I got. Alright, wait a minute. Sorry to burst your bubble. The second best thing I got there was in this box here. Whew. Inside this box, the second coolest thing I got there, besides, well, I don't know what the first, I think the first coolest thing was, I haven't shown you. The second coolest thing was the Star Wars stuff. This is the third coolest thing. It's a 2008 Dr. Pepper Indiana Jones standee for a store, advertising that's Indiana Jones, shilling Dr. Pepper. But it's a big standee store display. There's one on WorthPoint, and I don't have a WorthPoint account, so I can't see what it's going for. But I don't know. It's pretty nice, I think. Okay, now I promise. Now we get to the coolest thing I got at this private pick. That sound like something you know? That sound familiar? Sound like something? Can you identify what's in the bag just by that sound? There are a couple of things in here, so don't want to give that away quite yet. There's a couple things, and then I'll get to the coolest thing. But it's related to what you're going to see here, okay? There's two things inside this one. You couldn't tell what that noise was. They're vintage tin lunch boxes, yay! And inside this one, Looney Tunes one from 1958, I believe, or 59. There's a really cool Tom Corbett Space Cadet thermos. Look how cool that is. So we got some nice graphics on it, a little dent here and there, but hey, it's from the 50s. I mean, what do you expect? 1952. Wow. This is like almost as old as my mother. My mom was born in 46, so yeah, wow. She was a kid when this came out. That is insanely cool. This is nice. All right, happy I got that. Now, counting it down, that was number 3 coolest thing in this bag. Number 2 coolest thing is this Looney Tunes lunchbox. That's vented. Look at that. Wow. I guess so your bologna doesn't get stale. Yosemite Sam taking a few shots. All that stuff's cut out of the cartoons now. Speedy Gonzales, 1959. Looks like they're in Mexico. Look at that. They're running around. This is like a Speedy Gonzales themed lunchbox, I guess. Or on that one side. Then you turn the channel, and there they are. Just gave me an idea for something. Destroying someone's house. And there's my favorite was Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. They're not on there, but that's okay. All right. So you see that. Okay. That's a pretty cool find. That goes for a little bit, and that Space Cadet goes for a little bit. Still not close to what I spent, so I need to really, really do my due diligence and really, really work this sale. But here we go. Without any further ado, sorry for making you wait, but it totally is worth the wait. Here we are. The coolest thing I got at this private pick is this genuine Munsters lunchbox. Oh baby, look at that. Look at how nicely, and look at the condition on that. There's no rust on the clasp. The unfortunate thing, the thermos is no longer, it got lost or something years and years and years ago. But my lord, this thing right here was the deal breaker for me. If I couldn't get this, I would have been really, really low on my price. But I didn't. I just felt like this is worth it to me. This is one she didn't want to part with. I feel, and I didn't pressure her. I said, oh, I gave her a price with the box and a price without the box. So, is that cool or what? Is that cool or what? I still can't believe it. This one's going to be hard to get rid of, but I have to be able to make what I need back. But that's the beauty of this. Someone who's really, I like it. I think it's cool. But someone out there is going to really, really, really love it. Now, to do yourself some interesting thing, look up this lunchbox on eBay, and then look it up with the thermos. It's insane. And I only wish it had the thermos, but you know, like I said, it's gonna suck. Maybe we'll show. Maybe before I sell it, we'll put on our Mummy and the Monkey show just to kind of show it off. I maybe should have done that already, but yeah. So that's it, guys and girls. That's what I got from a private pick recently, and now my crazy butt has to go through all this. Definitely have to keep track of everything from this lot to make sure I recoup my initial investment and what profit I make from it, which I will, like I said, inform you all of, no matter which way it goes. So thanks for watching my video. We'll see you next time here on the New World Hoarder. New World Hoarder. New World Hoarder. New World Hoarder.